Welcome to my YouTube channel, Vastu Creations. Today we're going to look at the chart for Kate Middleton, Princess of Wales. She just had an operation a couple days ago and abdominal surgery. So we're going to, if you looked at the eastern horizon when she was born, you would see the constellation associated with Cancer rising at 26 degrees. First, we'll look and see how the planets are operating, and then we'll look and see when the planets are operating. So let's see here. So Sun rules the second house of wealth, fame, and stability in the family. And Sun is any planet that's more than 25 degrees is said to be in old age. So it's slightly in old age. Excuse me. And it is sitting in a challenging house. So it also weakens it. And it's afflicted by Ketu as well. It's within 3 degrees of Ketu. And so it brings wealth through family. And then we have weak placement afflicted by Rahu. Moon is ruling the chart, and it is placed in the 12th house. And so this connects, the moon is the prime health indicator. So this can affect any autoimmune type issues. And moon being in the 12th house 12th house has to do with surgery and feeling separate. So, and feeling very sensitive and maybe holding emotions. So weak moon, it means very sensitive and holding emotions. So afflicted by Rahu there, causing sudden changes. So I think, being in the public spotlight all the time, you keep your emotions private to yourself. And this is not easy for anybody to live in a fishbowl type situation in a bubble where your every move is being photographed. And so I think it's probably difficult. She did have a lump on her head that she had to have surgery for. So moon is representing the head there in the first house and being in that 12th house of surgery. We have a week, Mars is ruling the career house, placed in the house of success. So I would say career is connected to the indicators of Mars, which would be passion for what she does. She oversees 30 charities. That's she has a lot of passion to be of service in that way. Then we have Mercury. Mercury is ruling the house of success, and it's placed in the house of partnership. So basically her success is connected to her partnerships with the royal family. Then we have challenging Jupiter. It is ruling the house of health and conflict and placed in the house of family. So there is some family conflict, I guess, because William's her husband's brother. They don't get along, and there's some conflict there. And then just being in this family with so much, dissection of everything that goes on creates some stress there. She also, Jupiter is ruling the 6th house, which has to do with health, and it is placed in, again, the family. So the conflict with the family. Jupiter is an indicator for husband and children. She did have this hyper mesis, which has to do with difficult childbirth, getting very, very sick during childbirth. Jupiter's children. Venus is ruling the house of happiness and home life, placed in the house of partnerships. And so it connects her happiness with these partnerships in overseeing the charities. Venus gives her great beauty as well. And she is a fashion icon. Venus has to do with fashion. Challenging Saturn. Saturn is one of her most difficult planets because it's very close to the rising sign degree. It means it afflicts the house it's in, 3, 7, and 10 houses away. So it's afflicting success, creating some stress in the work that she does, and then afflicting the 9th house, which has to do with government, and the 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah, and the house of fulfillment of desires or income. So causing some restriction, I think, lack of privacy, restricted lifestyle. Saturn is about restriction. Then we have challenging Rahu and Ketu. They are also close to the rising sign degree, and they are afflicting 6 out of the 12 houses. Basically, they're balancing spiritual and material. Ketu is giving insights into how to be of service to others, and Rahu is giving desire to be of service to others through the charity work that she does. Let's look at the timing of events. So she had a lump removed on her head in 1999 during a Saturn period. Saturn is ruling the house of unexpected, of challenges and unexpected events. She met William during a Venus period, Venus having to do with relationships. We started dating in 2003. They separated for a while in 2007 during a Rahu period. Rahu sitting in the house of 12th house of separation. They got engaged in a Jupiter period. Jupiter has to do sitting in the house of family. Got married in 2011 during a Mercury period. Mercury sitting in the house of husband or partner, marriage. And then in 2017, she had this hyperemesis having to do with difficulty in childbirth, low thyroid as well. During a moon period, moon has to do with health and healing and also autoimmune diseases. She had her first child in 2018. Jupiter was moving through the house of income. Jupiter is the indicator for children. And then just on January 16, 2024, says 23, but it should be 24, she had abdominal surgery, probably some kind of a tumor, benign. But it's during a Jupiter period. Jupiter is health, and Jupiter is actually afflicting Mars. It's the 9th affliction or 9th aspect to Mars. Mars, indicator of inflammation in the house of health. So what could be done? And the 6th house also represents the abdomen. So what could be done to strengthen the chart? Doing a lot of charity work, which she obviously already does, will transform Jupiter, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu. And then strengthening the weak planets with the Kavash, my favorite remedy, a silver locket containing the Devata yantras for her benign planets that are weak would make a big difference. If you'd like to get a Kavash or get a reading or learn Vedic astrology, you can go to www.vastucreations.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell. Thank you so much for listening.